Hey, what's going on, everybody? So it's your boy Cheric. It's been a while since I made a video kind of showing you all some of the new things I've been using in some of my tracks. So let me jump right into it. I picked up the BX Oberhausen, which was made by Brainworx. And I know there's this kind of like, well, it's actually an emulation of the classic Oberheim synth. Now I know there's this constant argument how analog is always going to be better sounding than digital, and let me just put that to bed right now. And I know there's also other people out there that think one DAW sounds better than the other. That's all a bunch of bullshit. The only reason why one thing would sound better than the other is solely based off stock plugins on that. So whoever says that does not know what the fuck they're talking about, or does not really understand any of the logic behind how these things are put together. So yeah. Anyway, that being said, um, I always said that eventually code is going to catch up to, or surpass, hardware. Which, I mean, I think that's where we are today. A lot of these, so I've been buying a lot of UAD stuff, and a lot of these new kind of emulations. Let me kind of go into it. I got a couple of these new ones, like they're kind of these transformer emulations. As you can see right here, this is the True Iron. This is pretty cool. And another one, shout out to Webba that put me on. Hold on, where are we? Oh, I don't have it here. Okay, I'll just load it. And what the hell? Okay. Sorry. I can't think right now. Here we go. So the Omega series. This is actually modeled after the classic knee transformer. But anyway, yeah, these things sound really, really amazing and close to, the original Transformers. I mean, if you A/B these things, you really can't tell. And you can find a lot of content on YouTube from a lot of artists that swore by analog gear, but they're all on software now. Because really, what does analog do? Why does it sound like that? It's just a matter of like, it's like these disruptions in the circuitry that does these certain things that make the sound like kind of unstable. That's really all it is, right? So that's the reason why people think, oh, you can't get that, but you can. You can get the unstable effect in any soft synth. You just gotta do it. Most people just don't understand sound synthesis, period. They're preset whores, or preset junkies, and they just go in like, oh, it doesn't sound as good. That's because you're not, if you take the second to dive into those tools that you have and really learn and understand it, then you'll see that, oh, I could actually get this sounding pretty damn similar, and then the rest is all a matter of what kind of like sound card you have and what kind of computing power you have too. That plays a factor. Yeah. So that being said, I didn't want to sidebar this. Going to go right into the Oberhausen and kind of show you guys what I'm doing here. Rather than for me to go through all these, I'm sure you could find great things on YouTube that can dive into how the synth works. We're working on a remix for Following Light and my good friend a-kintero, who is the owner of Intimate Project Music, and Following Light's actually doing a song for that label. I'm also signed to that label as well. Got a couple of releases, and also a big shout out to ebb&flow, who Andres is also a part of. So just let me dive right in. I'm gonna kind of give you a sample of what I'm doing here. So the Oberhausen is going to come in the next segment. And I'm going to kind of live mess with the different features and the knobs and kind of show you how it is. And you tell me. It sounds pretty fucking great. I think it sounds better. Well, yeah, so there you go. So that's the beginning of my remix, and should be give me like maybe a couple weeks to finish, but yeah, I'm happy where it's going so far. And I ran so I guess I can kind of give you a demo. Now you're not going to hear it well because it's on a phone, but I did run the Oberhausen through the True Iron, which is, I forgot what these are, but they're also different classic. Sorry, why do I keep brain farting? They're also classic transformer emulations as well, but not the other ones I showed you earlier, not the Omega series. So it's not the Neve or the API, but yeah, it's pretty good. And this is my little secret weapon right here, the DC analoger. So it's essentially a tape echo with saturation and distortion, but I kind of really like this company, DC, which means don't crack, so do not crack it. But yeah, this thing just kind of like, let me see if you can hear the difference. Yeah, so with it, without it, with it. So, you know, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier about whoever tells you one DAW sounds better than the other because is bullshit. That's just bullshit. That just means they really don't know what they're talking about. Or, you know, obviously out the box, certain things are going to sound better because of certain plugins that come with the solution, right? So if you take Logic, for example, Logic is made for Mac, and it has all these like made for Mac plugins that's going to give you the highest performance. People that shit on FL Studio and, you know, all like say it's a toy and all that bullshit. Well, if you notice, the only thing I use from FL really is their EQ sometimes. Everything else I use is non-FL stuff, and it's essentially doing the same thing to get that warmth. You just got to know what you're doing. So for one person to say one sounds better than the other, does, you know, that person or persons do not know what the fuck they're talking about. So, and if you got a problem, you feel free to express that on my page where I'll post this video. But you know, I'm not here for any arguments or war or anything. I'm just telling you based on the fact that I am an audio engineer and I'm a professional one. So yeah, there's that. Cool. And next thing is, I mean, I hope you guys like where this is going so far. I got a couple of cool things coming out soon. I'm working on a remix for Bella Mur. She's an amazing, beautiful, talented artist. It's actually her song called Loaded Gun. Feel free to check it out. I will post a link and of the original. And I'm also playing a show with Pandemonium, the nice guys at Pandemonium, on May 11th at New Blue, with First Time in America Kolonie, playing with a friend of mine I've never actually played with before, Omar, and my other buddy Kyle Powers will be opening for us. So tickets will be on sale. Tickets are currently on sale, and yeah, hope to see some of you there. And that's it. Have a good one. This is your boy Cheric. Take care.